Welcome to the Anchor of Hope podcast. I am Tunezia. Today we are in the Sand Train Therapy Room here at our Council of Wellness Center in Melbourne. I have with me our very own special guest, Miss Amanda Winchell. Hey, Amanda. Thank you for taking time to be with us today.
Of course.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your role here at CWC?
Yeah, so I am the play therapy coordinator, which is part of our play therapy program under a counseling and wellness center. I have a caseload of clients that I see, mostly kids, and then I also provide consultations to all the therapists here about play therapy.
Awesome. Well, thank you. I'm excited to get in this conversation and I'm happy to be in this wonderful idea. Before we get started, I'm going to ask you, what is sand train therapy and how does that intertwine with therapy for kids?
So sand tray is like under the umbrella of play therapy. Play, of course, is the children's natural language. So sand tray kind of taps into that. We have a sand tray that we use, and then all of the miniatures that you see around the room, that is what children use to kind of tell their story in the sand.
Right. Because we all grew up playing toys of some sort, right? How do you feel like that play therapy or sand tray therapy is a powerful tool?
I think one of the most powerful aspects of sand tray is this brain-body connection that happens because you have the sand. That's the physical element. So then you can also use the miniatures to express things that maybe are really hard to say out loud. So sand tray helps put words to it without actually saying it. And then you'll also get the physical connection. The sand is cool to the touch. It's soft. So it can be very calming and grounding for a lot of kids.
So it's kind of like an artistic form of therapy, too, right?
Yeah, like expressive arts.
Yeah. Awesome. What are some ways you've seen kids use sand tray therapy to work through their challenges or their struggles or their trauma that they may be facing?
The possibilities with sand tray are really endless because it's all about the child's inner world. So you can look at the sand tray like a window into what's going on inside of them. So they use the miniatures to kind of represent their emotions. They also can use the miniatures to represent other things in their life. So like we have this snake in the sand. A lot of people don't like snakes. So that could be a symbol of fear for a lot of kids. But then you also have kids who they love snakes. So maybe that's their symbol of happiness. And then also you can look at it metaphorically, like maybe the snake is representative of their anger. So it's really all about the child's process. So you want to make sure that the child gets to do it the way they want to do it, and they assign the meaning to all of the actions.
So then it's sand tray therapy. Do you lead the process or do you allow kids to lead their session?
It kind of depends. It can go either way. So a typical sand tray session starts by giving a prompt. I'm usually child-centered, meaning that I let the child lead. So I would come in here and just kind of give them a prompt to build an open world in the sand. And then they would kind of do whatever, and I would follow their lead. But you can also be more directed with it. So like with older kids, and you can even do it with adults and with families and couples. You might ask them to build a tray about school or about their whole life, where you might say, build a tray about like what depression feels like for you. So again, it's about the process. Again, it's about where they take it. And you are just kind of here to observe. You might reflect things back. Why did you put the snake all the way over here in the side of the tray? So you're just kind of making observations, not really interpreting, and letting the child or the client tell you what's going on.
Well, I learned something new because I did not think the sand tray therapy can also be a therapeutic for it. Every time I think about sand tray therapy, I have to group it with play therapy and think that's a form of children's therapy. But I can see that it can be therapeutic for myself as me. I like in snakes. So I'm looking, girl, I'm scared of the snake. What would you say is one of your most memorable moments in a sand train therapy session?
There have been a lot. It's hard to pinpoint one. I talk about sand train because sometimes if you know a client's background and you come into Sanctuary, like it is amazing to see it played out in the stage. So that is always a memorable experience. And then another one is just like, I've had several clients do this where they come in and they will build the same tray over and over and over again. It's just kind of like a comfort to them to build the same thing over and over. And then one day we come in and you notice that it's different. So that is when you really know like something is happening here. Change is taking place. Healing is occurring. So that is really powerful to be able to witness that also.
So with parents, how do you think that they can support their children who might be in, say, therapy, tray therapy?
I think just by their presence, I think playing with them is a great thing. But again, home is not therapy. So just being there to support them, listening to them, providing that consistency and routine, because that's where children thrive.
Right.
Then children start to feel safe. And then whenever they come to therapy, they're going to be more likely to open up because, they've gotten that support. Yeah.
Gotcha. What would you say about centric therapy as a parent? Actually, should they ask their kid if they want to do centric therapy? Is centric therapy an option for them? What would you tell a parent? What's your advice to parents who might be considering it centric therapy?
It is kind of always in my shield that I give parents, and I let them know that I do play therapy and that Sanctuary is a part of that. And kind of like how we talked about it today, I would just kind of explain. I always come to the Sanctuary room to show them what it looks like. This room has an impact just being in it. And so kids get very excited. I think parents get very excited just by seeing it.
Yes. Like, what is that?
Yeah. And I invite them to put their hands in the sand so that they can feel it. And I think it's just, that's the natural part of Sanctuary, is that it immediately draws people in.
It's like, so if a parent wanted to sign their kid up for Sanctuary therapy, what are the ways to do so here at the CWC?
Just like coming to therapy regularly, if they have an interest in Sanctuary, they could bring it up to the therapist and say, I've heard about Sanctuary. Do you think, this might be something good for my child to do? And all of our therapists here use Sanctuary. So it wouldn't be any problem to start incorporating that in.
Gotcha. Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, I learned a lot today. Also learned that I might have to come and say, hey, Amanda, can I play you sing today? Yes. We have a tagline here at Anchor of Hope, which is I hope. So when I say I hope, what do you hope for?
I hope that children feel seen and heard and truly valued, and that is where healing really occurs.
Step into the sparkle of the season. The Festival of Trees returns November 21st and 22nd for 2 unforgettable days of holiday magic. In partnership with Spero Family Services and the Cedarhurst Center for the Arts. The celebration begins Friday night with the Elegant Gala at Cedarhurst, held inside the beautiful Mitchell Museum Performance Hall. Enjoy festive cocktails, a delicious dinner buffet, and bid on beautifully decorated trees surrounded by twinkling lights and the warmth of the holiday season. Want to make the most of the night? Grab a VIP ticket for early entry and enjoy a bubbly champagne welcome, first dibs on the buffet, and get a first glance at buy it now items. And this year, don't forget to grab your free Festival Trees cup to take home. Doors open at 6 p.m. with black tie optional. Tickets $150 or go VIP for $200 and make it a night to remember. Can't make it on Friday? You can still share the joy. Sponsor a tree or wreath by decorating it yourself or let our team design one for you. It's a wonderful way to celebrate your business, your coworkers, or your community spirit. Then join us on Saturday, November 22nd for the Festival of Trees Open House. From 11 to 4 p.m., we'll have free entry. Browse, bid, and soak up the sights, sounds, and sparkles of the season. And remember, every ticket, every tree, every wreath, and every bid helps to support programs that bring hope, healing, and creativity to people right here in our community. Together, Spero Family Services and the Cedarhurst Center for the Arts are making holidays brighter for those who need it most. So don't wait. Visit sparrowfs.org/FOT to get your tickets or sponsor a tree or wreath today. Because this holiday season, the magic truly begins with you.
We are at the Council and Wellness Center in Mount Vernon in the Sand Tray Therapy Room. Amanda, this room is phenomenal. Can you please tell me a little about what's going on here and what happens here?
Yeah, so whenever you come in, we have this table with the sand tray set up. We have different sand trays available. So we have this white sand, we have regular brown sand. We also have kinetic sand. Sometimes that's better for kids with trauma because they like to be able to manipulate and control it.
Gotcha.
Then we have miniatures all around the room. So we have all these shelves starting over here and coming all the way around. They kind of are set up to be like least scary to like more scary.
And I can see it slowly transitioning to that.
Yeah, and then we have a huge variety. They really tell you like it doesn't matter the miniatures that you have because kids are going to make it be whatever they want it to be able to share their story.
Right.
So that's the room.
Awesome. Do you mind if I pick out a couple and then we can play in some of this glitter scene? Because I definitely want to dive into that.
I think that's a great idea.
I'm going to pick out a couple of things that resonates with me a little bit.
And here's the thing about picking stuff, just let whatever jump out at you. Because sometimes it doesn't make sense until you actually sit down and start putting a tray together. So I'll just give you an open prompt, like build your world in the sand.
I am going to build my world in the sand. My first sand tray therapy session. I love it.
So you're getting all your stuff first?
Yes, I'm getting all my stuff first.
There's no wrong way to do it.
Perfect. Well, this guy looks a little spooky. So we're going to take him. Let me backtrack and see what else I might find here. We got a little baseball player. All right. And I'm going to take this. Yeah. Okay. So these are my little toys that I have. Then I have these stones that says one is love, one is a cross, and one is God. So this is the world that I picked for my tray.
Okay, Tunezia, tell me about your world.
So I got this one because she looks like a little colored girl, which kind of represents me. And I have here, which is a house, home, and I think it kind of represents like foundation, the family, and friends. Here I selected a baseball player because my son plays baseball, so I have him alongside with me, as well as in the front protecting us, I have God, love, and cross because I think that's the foundation of my life. Anytime that I'm going through a situation, or whether happy or sad, I think that I always have God to go back to. So that's my foundation, and that's why I put that to protect me, my son, and my family and house from the evil of the world.
Yeah,
So
there's a clear separation between this side and that side.
Yes, like heaven and hell. Yeah.
I always ask my clients to name their tray, to give it a name.
Uh-huh.
What would you name yours?
Oh, I don't know. I think it's love. It's love. The love of life love.
Yeah.
Because I think anytime in life you go through ups and downs, so there might be the good and evil and the bad, but again, I always go back to the middle, which is my foundation in Christ.
Okay. And would you say that's the emotion that you get whenever you look at it?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Because again, I think God and love is like the center too of my tray, and it's like the center of my life as well as it being the foundation. But then too, again, it's the protector, but it's also to remind me that there is bad in the world. But again, I think that portion also is small as you can tell, so my tray is more larger on this side.
Yes.
But yeah, that's what I came up with.
Yeah. So what was that like for you?
I liked it.
Yeah. And you did a great job already naming everything in the tray. So sometimes when I ask clients, like, tell me about all the items in your tray, they will intentionally leave some stuff out. Maybe not intentionally, maybe they just
Not ready to talk.
know.
Ready to talk about it.
But like what is a home for you may not be what they are saying it is a home in their tray. It might be representative of something else. So I always let them name all of the things in the tray. So yeah, you were a great client in that you already did that for me.
Thanks.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Anchor of Hope podcast. Be sure to like us, share us, and subscribe to our channels. For more episodes, you can follow us also on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. Until next time, thank you for tuning in.